Hi, friends and fellow Earth Angels. It's Gladys, and welcome back to another one of my pick a card readings. And this pick a card topic will be a love letter from the universe, divine love. And I'm really just going to leave it up to the divine as how they want this love letter to unfold. I am going to use the Lover's Oracle to pick topics, and it could be self-love, it could be if you're single, it could be if you're in a partnership. So I think part of the fun is just seeing how it all unfolds, leaving it up to the divine. So I will also be pulling from the Sufi Wisdom Oracle, the Romance Angels, Crystal Angels, and then I will finish with an overall message from Whispers of Love. I love, friends. I love all kinds of love. I love to be in love. I'm really enjoying this self-love journey that I've been on. So, of course, I had to do a love reading on Valentine's Day. So let me open up space. Let me start by inviting in all your guardian angels and guides, the archangels, the ascended masters, God, source, creator of the universe, and all his holy beings of light. I'm also going to call on the romance angels, Goddess Guinevere, Kuan Yin, Mother Mary. And I'm going to ask that the messages that come through be for your best and highest good and the best and highest good of all concerned. So I split this deck, this Lover's Oracle deck up. There are cards here with just topics. And then there's additional messages. So I am going to pull the topics first, and then I'll begin with the pulling of the cards. And after, if you've chosen a topic and you want to skip ahead, I'm putting the time stamps in the description below, as well as my information to learn more about me and what else is down there? Oh yeah, the card decks that I'm using. Sorry, I feel like I'm already channeling and getting into space. All right, so let's see. Connecting with that divine love energy, what are the 3 topics? Okay, so time. First message says, you're trying too hard, give it time. And then the next additional message. You know, I keep seeing this one. I'm going to pull it. Soulmate, of course. So your soulmate is already with you in spirit. Believe this and they will manifest physically. And final message. One more message. Oh, this one. Look inside yourself. Examine what is causing you to feel this way. Interesting. So, just to break it down a little bit, I feel like this will be a self-love type of reading. This is maybe those of you who are open and receptive to love coming into your life. So this might be for single people. And this one, time, it says you're trying too hard, give it time. This may be if you're in a partnership and maybe there's challenges that have come up or things that have come up in your relationship that the divine might give you some guidance on how to move through that. Or maybe if you're being challenged in love, trying to force something to happen. So, and again, those are just, again, off the top of my head, feeling into the basic. But please put this video on pause, sit with the cards, sit with the messages, and if you're not sure and you want to watch to see how the cards unfold, you might get more clarity that way. If not, you can go right ahead to the timestamps below. All right. Okay, so let me pull additional messages here for the time. What additional message do you have for the time pile? Go with this one. Additional message for the soulmate pile. Whoa. What additional message do you have for the soulmate pile? Okay. And additional message for the look inside yourself pile. Okay. Whoops, that one just fell into the table. Hold on a second. Okay. I don't know if you saw me. There. Okay, beautiful cards, huh? Beautiful cards. All right, let's get into Sufi wisdom. Additional message, love message for the time pile. Additional love message for the time pile. It's too many. Additional message for the soulmate pile. And additional message for the look inside yourself pile. Additional love message. Additional message for the look inside yourself. Okay, romance angels, what message do you have for the time pile? Romance angels. What message do you have for the time pile? And soulmate, what additional message do you have for the soulmate pile? Okay. And the look inside yourself pile. What additional message do you have for the look inside yourself pile? Okay. Oop, there's two there. Okay. And crystal angels, what additional message do you have for the time pile in love, with regarding divine love? Okay, for the soulmate pile, what additional message do you have for the soulmate pile with regards to divine love? There's two here. And look inside yourself. Look inside yourself. What additional message do you have regarding divine love for the look inside yourself pile? There's also two for this. And the last deck, Whispers of Love. What final message, what final overall message do you have for the time pile? And soulmate, what additional message? Overall, I should say, overall message, final message for the soulmate pile with regards to divine love. And look inside yourself. Final message do you have for the look inside yourself pile? Okay, friends. Okay, so time, soulmate, and look inside yourself. Give you a moment to choose. Okay. So for those of you who chose the time pile, welcome. So again, the message is you're trying too hard, give it time. So I first want to speak to the frustrated part of you. I know how challenging sometimes it can be to hear a message like that, especially with regards to love. But sometimes our minds or our ego self can create a barrier around ourselves energetically and block out like things coming in a different way. So I feel like for some of you with regards to divine love, I'm feeling the divine asking you to surrender and accept what is. So it almost feels like some of you may be wanting love to be a certain way. Maybe you're in a partnership, or maybe you're single and it's been a long time. So I feel like the divine is saying that there are many ways for love to come in, and you might be only looking in one direction. It's like I see like mirrors. And you may be looking at the mirror in front of you, but there is also different aspects if you put yourself in a 360-degree mirror where the reflection is all around you. So I feel like some of you may already have like love in your life, or may have the answers to your challenges, but you may be outside of yourself. Like, if this person did this, then I would. And also, too, if you're single, you may be like, well, this person needs to be this way, or I want it to be this way. And I feel like that's speaking to the part that's like trying too hard, give it time. So I almost feel like surrendering, pulling back, and going within. So let's just see how this unfolds. So the next message, beautiful. It says, look deep within your heart and you will feel my love. My love for you is as deep as the ocean. So, few different messages here. I feel like, so for those of you who are single, or you're challenged in you're finding challenges in your relationship or your partnership, maybe that love just isn't coming in. You may feel like it's never going to happen, or maybe you're in a marriage or a partnership and you're feeling like stuck and things aren't changing and it's getting worse. I feel like this is God, Creator, Source, the universe speaking to you here, saying, pull back, surrender it to God, Creator, pull back. I also feel the angel Daniel. Angel Daniel helps with marriages, in relationships. Angel Daniel helps with forgiveness. It can also bring up anger, resentment, bitterness, so you could be projecting that energy out there. You could be single and projecting that energy out to the masculine collective, in a way too. So be mindful how you're viewing masculine energy, or look how you're viewing feminine energy. You could have been scorned by a masculine or feminine in your past, and it could be like creating a barrier around you that you're not aware of. And so I feel like God is saying, look deep within your heart and you'll feel my love, my love. So divine love comes from feeling the essence of love within from God, knowing that God has your back 1,000%. Some of you might be feeling like, I need to fix and I need to save, I need to change, I need to make better. But God is saying, hey, look to me. I know the answers. I know how it's going to unfold. Come to me. It says, my love for you is as deep as the ocean. So if you're feeling alone, or you're feeling stuck, or you're feeling out of control, this is God saying, look to me. I'm here. Surrender it to me. And friends, I know the challenge in that. But, when you're tired of feeling the way you're feeling, the knots in your stomach and feeling uncomfortable, A lot of times all we have is God. And in that's where it's like we then see different aspects of ourselves. That's when the light shines on the 360-degree mirror and we see love all around us, not just what we want it to be and how we want it to be. We can't control love. It just is. I feel like there's a message to some of you here too. This isn't for everybody. It's a general read that some of you may need to accept your partner as they are. If they are a certain way or they do certain things and it's who they are, sometimes it's accepting them as they are, pulling back and seeing your partner with all their stuff, good, bad, and indifferent, and being able to accept that. Sometimes being able to accept somebody as they are is so freeing in so many ways, instead of trying to make them what we want to be because we're uncomfortable. Okay, Sufi wisdom. Life's purpose. It says, seek your own deeper vision for life. Interesting. So for some of you, and again, honestly, this speaks to couples and those of you who are watching in partnerships and who are single. I feel like as you surrender, you give up. I shouldn't say give up. You surrender and trust that God has a plan for you. And in that time frame of creating space for the divine to work its magic, focus on life purpose. Seek your own deep vision for life. So in love, in love and partnerships. So I go to this New Life church, and the pastor spoke about you're going to have two decisions in life, two major decisions to make. The first one is to decide to follow God and Jesus. That is a quest in of itself to embark on the spiritual journey. And then the second major decision you're going to make in your life is who you decide to partner with or marry. Because that partner or person will have an effect on your entire life. Remember, everything is energy. If you are allowing people into your life, especially somebody who's going to live in your home, or you're going to live in their home, or you're going to create a home together, your energy is melding. And if you have somebody who is a hothead, or if you have somebody who is an emotional, look at me, an emotional tsunami, if there's neediness, if there's lack, if there's bitterness, if there's negativity, right? That is going to be in your space. So I feel like there's so many people right now that are redefining their life purpose and who they are and why they're here on this planet. So those of you that are single right now and you're surrendering and trusting that the divine is going to bring in a higher love. I keep hearing that higher love. I think it's by, it's Whitney Houston, but it's a techno version. I think Kygo, is it Kygo? Is it him? I just keep hearing that song and I'm like, I know God, higher love. That's what we're here on this planet to do. And it's going to take time, right? So God is saying in that time, look to me and I will support you on your life's purpose. I know what I'm destined to do on this planet. I know in this moment why I'm here and what I'm passionate about. And it's from that place that I can manifest or call in or be receptive to the partner that God is going to bring in my life, the friendships that God's going to bring into my life, the clients that God's going to bring into my life. So I feel like this is a message right here that's saying, as you create space here, work on your self-esteem, work on your confidence, learn about love, learn about partnerships. There is this pastor that I've been there's this pastor I've been following, and he's just got some really great information, especially for women. I think his name is I want to say Jakes, but I don't think it's Jake's because that's TD Jakes. RC, oh, I'll put it in the description box below under pile 1 if you want to follow his channel. But I've just been listening to like love, like partnership stuff. And so I'm just learning, right? And so I feel like that's a message for you as well. Learn about masculine energy, learn about feminine energy, create harmony within yourself of this masculine feminine energy, and in there you may fall into what your purpose is, what you're here to do, how you're here to shine a light on this planet. So romance angels say finances and career. So this is, again, life purpose. So the universe is saying it's coming in time. Give it time. We need you to work on this right now. We need you to meditate, pray, research, read books. You'll be guided to them naturally. And then also to financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. So if you're calling in a partner who is stable and strong and career driven and financially secure, right? Masculine or feminine, you too have to vibrate at that level as well. You know, like attracts like. So the universe is saying, focus on your career right now. Focus on life purpose and the plan that the divine has for you. And, diamond, value your self-worth. You are God's precious gem. So you matter. I keep hearing worth the wait. Higher love is worth the wait. Some of you may have restrictions, maybe putting restrictions on yourself, like maybe you're a certain age, or maybe you're feeling like you should be in a certain place in your life. Again, that goes to the place of accepting this is where you're at, and then being able to face your finances, being able to face your career. Sometimes when we feel a hole or a void within, if we're not feeling whole and complete, we seek external love. And what's going to happen is you're going to call in a partner who is going to drain your resources, who's going to manipulate, who's going to take advantage. And, you know, again, they're not right or wrong, good or bad. They're on the journey too, and they're learning, and you're learning from each other. So I feel like God's saying here that you are as precious, as solid, as valuable as a diamond, right? Value your self-worth. You're God's precious gem. I also feel like Creator is sending you love here with the 2 hands. So sending you diamond energy. Oh, and then I love the card with it being gold. You know, there's such value here. And so I'd encourage some of you who chose pile 1, or those of you who chose pile 1, to check in with yourself and see if you've been shaming yourself, if you've been putting yourself down. You know, I was hoping, well, I was just expecting these messages to be really uplifting and really nourishing. But, you know, also too, this too can be nourishing and uplifting. Sometimes, like, we need the truth. Like, sometimes we just need to hear, listen, pull back, let me in, let me support you, focus on this. So some of you who chose the time pile, you may feel like you need answers, or you might need direction, or you might need to be told, what am I supposed to be doing in love? And here's what God is saying. Work on your self-worth. Face your finances, your career. Take a class. Read some books. Get some more. Blake's. I think it's R.C. Blake's. I think that's his name. Sorry, I just had a ADD moment there. Focus on your career. And then in tune, like if there are projects or if there's something inside of you that you've wanted to create, that you've wanted to learn about, that you've wanted to do that. It's love comes in all aspects when you're lit up, when you're doing something that you enjoy, when you're excited, when you're passionate. You know, it's really hard to go up that emotional scale when you're feeling scarcity, when you're feeling lack, when you're feeling not enough, and then bring in higher love, right? So I feel like the universe is saying, work up the emotional scale right now. put on some beautiful music, be around people who are kind and gentle and loving and caring. Turn off social media or things that are activating you right now, and just give yourself a heavenly hug. Okay, and so final message. The only thing that is real is love. Shift your focus from the problem back to love. Of course, right? And this right here is the tree of life. It has the ancients all the way up to the divine. It's number 7. 7 is the inner shadow, feminine yin energy. And so I feel like some of you may just be feeling despondent. You may be feeling just annoyed and aggravated with yourself or others. You may be going back to the past, thinking about what could have been. And I feel like the universe is saying here, time out. Time out. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. I promise you're exactly where you're supposed to be. And from that acceptance, and as you go in and find that Holy Spirit, that heart of the dove, the holy Shekinah, the divine feminine energy, the goddess energy, whether you're male or female, right? Some of you need some maternal love right now, masculine or feminine, however you vibrate, softness, kindness, peacefulness, right? Go to that space of inner love. You know, I'm reading this card. It says, the only thing that is real is love. And I know love has, the word love and the energy of love has been so distorted on this planet. It's been distorted and abusive and codependent and like really distorted. And so I feel like God is saying, love me. Ask me to show you what my definition of real love is. And then from there, higher love comes in all forms. Friendships, partnerships, clients, businesses, money. It all comes in from that place. So I feel like those of you who chose pile 1 here, this is God calling you back. Remembering, helping you remember that divine love. So maybe go take a walk. Go take a look at nature. Right now in this moment, it's there's beautiful sunshine out. Over the weekend, maybe get some fresh air, some of that crisp air that's out there right now, and ask God. I want to end this pile where I encourage you to ask God. Take a moment, take some time to go within, feel your heart, put your hands over your heart at some point over the weekend, and ask God to show you what his definition of true love or higher love is. And then be open and receptive and present. Wow. That was awesome. Good stuff. All right. So those of you who chose pile 1, thank you for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe to my channel. I appreciate your watching. I know your time is valuable, and I value you for checking in and sharing, and I send you love with heavenly hugs. All right, so for those of you who chose pile 2, soulmate, welcome. Once again, the message says, your soulmate is already with you in spirit. Believe this and they will manifest physically. So I'm seeing the word acceptance. I feel like some of you may have a vision of what you think you want. And so it's creating I want to say like tunnel vision. And it's almost like a long tunnel. Like I'm seeing this dark, long tunnel, and it just seems so far off. So I feel like the divine is saying here that your soulmate is already with you in spirit, meaning on a soul level, you chose to partner with someone, and it is an illusion that you're alone, by yourself, single, however you want to like verbalize it, whatever word you want to use. And so I feel like the divine can assist with shining a light to help show you the way. All right, so let me get some more clarity on this. It says, imagine all unwanted thoughts dissolving into light, creating room for new opportunities and possibilities into your life. Interesting. So again, this speaks to that part that you may feel like love has to come in a certain way. Or some of you may be in a space where you're like, this is never going to happen. It's never going to get better. It's never going to change. So I feel like the universe is saying, imagine all the unwanted thoughts dissolving into light. And I'm hoping I'm describing this. So I'm seeing this long corridor, and there's doors going all the way down the corridor, and it's like dark. It's like a dark corridor, and I feel like you're thinking you need to get to the end, and so there's this tunnel vision that you've got to get to the other side, but it's almost like it's like never ending. And so because you have that focus of where you think you should be and where what you think you want, you're missing all the opportunities to learn, to experience, to shift your vibration all around you. And I have to say, this feels very similar to pile 1 as well, but it's interesting because the imagery is different. And so I feel like with regards to divine love and a soulmate relationship, I feel like your guides are asking you to take a look at what your programs are. Take a look at what your belief systems are. Take a look at your parents and your upbringing and what you're conditioned in society to believe, you know? So I know, especially as a feminine, you know, so I resonate with the divine feminine energy. That's a huge part of my vibration, and I am working through, or have been working through, the last year and a half, the stigma on being a single woman of a certain age. And you know, and I just feel like maybe that's why I'm on this planet in the space that I'm in, to teach other feminine energies that you are perfectly whole and complete and amazing in partnership or in partnership with yourself. And so I feel like this pile is asking some of you who chose pile 2 and drawn to the soulmate is to look within yourself for what programs, belief systems, what you believe, or what society has told you. And I'm gonna curse here, so block your ears. I'm gonna say, like, tell yourself it's bullshit. You know, excuse my language. You know, I try to be G-rated, but this is what's coming out. I really feel like I want to speak to that distorted energy out there that just keeps telling you as a masculine or you as a feminine how you should be, what you should be doing. Call baloney on it and really define the essence of yourself and who you want to be in the world. You are where you're at for a reason. You are where you're at for a reason, and that's where God wants you right now. Because if I can tell you, come hell or high water, if it was going to be another way, it would be. So I feel like in this space of love, you know, I'm channeling this on Valentine's Day. it's so easy to get caught up in the 3D distorted love and what love should be, and clear out any programs or belief systems that may be limiting the flow of higher love in your life, So I'm getting more imagery here where it's like being so thirsty. It's like being so thirsty, but your water is being poured into you like through a straw. And it's like you're only getting a small amount of water. It's like being so dehydrated and so thirsty, but all you can receive, the nourishment, is from like a straw that's actually coming down at you. So it's almost like your limitations, your programs, your old beliefs of what love should be and what love is and who you should be in love or not. It's like it's coming down to you, and it's like coming in a very small, limited amount. And I feel like God is saying, take the straw away and let me pour in and nourish you and fill you up to overflowing. Let me lubricate you with divine love. Okay. Speak out. Communicate and solve the conflicts. I love it. So part of this might be speaking out to God, Creator. Communicate and solve the conflicts. Again, this is what is your beliefs about love? It's never going to happen. I'm too old, too short, not smart enough, not financially secure, not in a job I like. All those things, I feel like you are your own soulmate, right? You are a powerful being here. I'm seeing the green in this card. Green is healing energy too. I'm seeing the word divine miracle, being open and receptive. And it almost feels like, I almost feel like this is like a plate. So I'm seeing this as like this person holding a plate, open to receive. And so I feel like the divine is saying, come to us with receptivity, openness to receive that soulmate relationship that's already with you. You may have already met. Know that, the divine partnerships, we're in a 9-year cycle of reintegrating the energy of true love back on the planet. It started in 2017, and this 9-year cycle will go through 2025. So 2017, 18, 19 has been about the deprogramming, the destructuring of our old belief systems. It's yucky. We've had to face some really yucky stuff about ourselves. We've had to face our finances. We've had to face divorce or breakups. We've had to face society's looking down on us. We've had to face our being individuals in the world and being quote unquote the black sheep of the planet. So we've had to face a lot of things, but in that you're growing and you're getting to understand more of who you are and what it is that you want in the world. And from there, healthier, more evolved partnership can come into your life. So I feel like this is also, the speak out card is write a list. Write a list of the qualities of that person. Or even writing the qualities that you love about yourself that you'd also love in a person, right? A partner. I'm also seeing that love is patient, love is kind poem. And if you can sit with that poem and if you're dating, if you're out meeting people, if you can put their names in and replace it for love. So let's say John is patient, John is kind, or Susie is patient, Susie is kind. Really sitting with that energy, or just imagining or feeling your partner in those words. My partner is patient. My partner is kind. And really enveloping that energy, because that is a divine poem. That is a high vibrating poem. And that's what you should be calling in. But you also have to be patient and kind to yourself, right? So I feel like I want to speak to those of you who chose pile 2 in how to harness the feelings of what will fulfill you, what will nourish you, what will cherish you, what will respect you in a partner. So let's see here. So you deserve love. You are lovable. Again, going back to that love is patient, love is kind, going into that space and reminding yourself that you are worthy and deserving of love, that you're lovable. Sometimes, right, when we don't see this coming into our lives, it's easy to go to that negative place. It's easy to go to that I'm not enough. What is wrong with me? And so that is a conditioning. That's a program that society has taught us, or we have accepted that we're not enough on deeper levels. So I feel like the romances angels are reminding you that you're lovable, that you deserve love, but higher love. And if you've never experienced it, it's hard to know what you need. And again, this is a call back to God. Speak out to God. Ask him for assistance. Ask him for guidance and support. So we have two what are these? Crystal angel cards here. So, oh my gosh, guys. Smoky quartz, clearing negativity, release negativity from within or around you. So maybe you were raised by a single parent. Maybe you have overcritical family members that say things should be a certain way. You know, maybe you're coming from a culture that says that, or a religion that says you have to be with somebody in this culture, in this religion, of this gender, of this belief system, and maybe it's got to come in a different way. So asking the divine to make it clear to you what your limiting beliefs are, what your programs are. And this is not to tell you that you're doing something wrong. This is not to tell you that you're doing something wrong at all. I'm saying that there's a lot in your subconscious. There are things that are happening, things that are going on that you're unaware of in the conscious world. So meditation and sitting with affirmation, sitting with self-love, sitting with like maybe YouTube videos that are filling you with positive thoughts, positive energy, you're going to feel it within. And also too, I want you to be mindful of how people are speaking to you, how people are showing up in your world. Okay, let me see here. Let me just pull this one. Of course, tiger's eye, self-confidence through God confidence. Believe in yourself by believing in God working through you. Again, this goes back to higher love. This goes back to source. Some of you who chose pile 2 are operating from the 3D. You're trying to make something happen, especially if you're a feminine watching this and you're going out in the world on a hunt. You've got to find love. You've got to chase it. The divine is saying, hey, now pull back, because what's going to happen is you're going to call in someone. You're going to go on the hunt and you're going to catch someone who wants to be caught, and it really won't be fulfilling. It'll end up being empty. So I see this beautiful being in the midst here. I'm trying to get really close because I want you to see. It's like that is God, creator, holding out his hand saying, come to me. But if you look at the card, it's like there's all this stuff around it. Sometimes it's hard to see. I almost feel like, you know what, friends? Remember I was talking about the tunnel and it was dark? I feel like Creator is saying when you call on the divine, the tunnel opens up and it's beautiful, beautiful, loving energy around, and the tunnel is actually drawing you to it. And it's almost like this is where you're going. This is the space. I don't know if that's clear. This is where you're going. God is saying, come to me. Gosh, that's so beautiful. Okay. Oh, man. This is just so beautiful. I can tell you, friends, you are creating amazing energy by showing up to this work, by facing it, being aware of it. You know, I guess my thought was that these readings were going to be fluffy and they were going to be sweet. But I guess the universe has a different plan. It's like, hey, you need to know these things. This is the way. You keep asking for higher love, divine love, soulmate love, and they're saying, hey, this is the way. This is the work. This is what you need to do to get to that space. Self-confidence through God confidence. And then the final message here, act as if your partner is here. Beautiful. Whether you have someone in your life or not, act as if they are with you, so you will always consider them. Interesting. So I'm getting this image, like, make room for them in your bed. So let's say you're single and let's say you have a pile of clothes on one side of your bed and you sleep on the other side. Make room. I was doing that, a few weeks ago. In my bed, I have books, self-help books. I have crystals in my bed. I have, what else? I was just kind of laughing about all the things I had in my bed. And so I just kind of had to clear it out and energetically be open and receptive to higher love, right? But also I'm in a place where I'm good. I'm happy. I'm healthy. I'm whole. I'm complete. I'm joyful with myself too. So I don't need to have people in my life. It's a bonus. It is a perk, right? To be able to have really loving, genuine, good people in my life. So act as if your partner is here. I know sometimes that's hard when we're like, but it's not here, but it's not here. That just goes to show you've still got some self-love work. You've still got some energy to work through your masculine and feminine to find that collaboration within. Let me see. So this card is 37. 3 plus 7 is 10, which equals 1. This is like new beginnings, a new gateway of energy showing up. Let's see here. In order for the soulmate to come in, act as if your partner is there. If you keep putting the energy out there of it's not here, I'm doing something wrong, it really just brings down the energy. So I feel like those of you who chose pile 2, the universe and creator are just reminding of you of inspired actions to take. Self-confidence through God confidence. Be confident in God. Know that God has your back 1,000%. And that he's leading you somewhere, right? Creator is leading you somewhere. He's saying, come to me first and I will lead you and into the doorways to open up. I will show you experiences. And remember, like, we have to, it's like almost like enjoying the experience and the journey and not just the end result. I got to get there. Because again, you're going to call in a partnership and it could be the most incredible partnership. But if you haven't worked through this other stuff, it's not going to be able to hold. It's not going to be able to stick. So some of you, it's just knowing this, that everything changes for you. So I don't want you to feel like you've got months and years and so much time before it actually happens. Just knowing this, just letting it hit you, just the universe shining a light on it is the healing. And from there, you can change direction. And it really is receptivity. If you're a masculine watching or a feminine watching, it's receptivity. There's a lot going on in the masculine collective and the feminine collective. And so you got to trust that you want the right thing to come in. And I always feel that the right thing, no matter what it is worth the wait. All right. Wow. Okay. So those of you who chose pile 2, thank you so much for watching. If you're inspired by this, you know somebody that can benefit, please like, share, subscribe to my channel. I know that your time is valuable and you have options. So I thank you so much for connecting and tuning in. And I send you love with heavenly hugs. Okay, so for those of you who chose pile 3, look inside yourself. Welcome. Examine what is causing you to feel this way. Ooh, look inside yourself. Let's see here. I'm feeling as I tune into the energy, I'm just seeing the word overly critical. And I want to encourage you to ask God why. Why, God? Why am I feeling this way? So maybe you're feeling joyful, maybe you're feeling sad, maybe you're feeling frustrated, maybe you're feeling excited and then you're not. I want to encourage you to start by going within and saying, why, God? Why am I feeling this? Show me what I need to know about this feeling. I feel like some of you who chose this pile, the universe and divine love energy is asking you to get in touch with your feelings. Getting in touch with maybe heartache and betrayal, maybe unforgiveness, getting in touch with even the kind parts of you, the joyful parts of you, feelings, getting in touch with your feelings again. All right, let me get additional message here to clarify. It says, when you pass from this world, you take nothing with you but your soul and the memories you've shared with those you love. Wow. So I feel like the universe is saying, look within. Okay, so if you're unhappy with what you're creating or what keeps coming in, look within yourself. You could have a distorted perception of what you think you want and need. Again, these last 3 readings, the overall message has been higher love. The point of doing all this inner work, all this shadow work we're doing that my channel is supporting you with, the purpose is higher love. Really, creator, right? And then there's you, and then there's everybody else. So I feel like if you are continuing to create, now this is not for you to be critical. It's not for you to be mad at yourself. It's not for you to feel defeated. It's to kind of show you the way, but looking at it with curiosity and compassion, right? So look within your feelings saying, why, God? Why does this keep happening? Or why is this a pattern in my life? And I can tell you it probably goes back to childhood and experiences that happen from your womb, being in your mama's womb, all the way to puberty. That time frame really defines you and your experiences in your life in so many ways on the spiritual journey. So some of you may be, okay, so I'm shifting here, so this may not be for everybody, but some of you may be looking to card readers. Some of you may be looking to fortune tellers and psychics to tell you when this is coming in, why it's not happening, who you are. And I feel like creators saying, hey now, You can certainly gather information from other card readers and people who are doing like fortune readings and people who are doing readings on what's going to come, what's your future in love. You can pull from that and receive to learn. But I feel like for some of you, you may be codependent on it. You may be looking outside of yourself for somebody to tell you how it should be, when it's going to happen, and in which way. Now, I do not define myself as a fortune teller or psychic in a way where I'm going to tell people what's going to happen. That's just not how my gift has unfolded. That does not mean that it hasn't happened. That does not mean that the divine will give me insight to support you on your course. But I don't have clients that are coming to me to tell, because they want me to tell them what to do and what their future is. Now, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that at all. It's just not what I'm called to. I do a lot of spiritual advisory work and give people spiritual perspective as to why things are happening the way they're happening and what they're learning from it and how to move forward, and really reinforcing the spiritual journey. That's a lot of what I do. But of course, that doesn't mean that I don't tap into insight that's coming. Some of you, which I think is great. I think it's powerful. But some of you who chose this pile, you may be looking externally in the 3D world to tell you what you want, tell you what you need, tell you who you are. And so remember, you can't take anything from the 3D world. What you can take is the memories and the experiences. And so look within yourself and ask yourself, what kind of experiences are you worthy and deserving of? How do you want to feel? What type of people do you want in your life? And start there. Concealed power. I love this. So when I opened up this deck to pull it out of the card, like the card box, this card was on the bottom, and I was like, ooh, I'm like, that's a powerful card. I'm like, I love that card. That card came up recently too, when I was a reading that I had done recently, within the last month or so, and this is powerful. It says, give birth to the world of revelation. Give birth to the world of revelation. Concealed power. So some of you, again, when you're looking outside of yourself, like I said, and again, looking at videos online can be addictive. That's why I say just choose a select few, right? Or else it can get really confusing and your intuition gets kind of clouded. Like, you might be concealing your own power of messages and guidance within by filling with external messages and guidance. And again, instead of seeking support in it and being nourished by it, you may be getting more confused and codependent on external sources telling you what to do. I'm guided to get the book on this. There might be more in the book. Concealed power. Let's see here. Give me one moment. Let's see. Okay. It says, most of the challenges we undergo have the potential to introduce us to our innovative capabilities. When something out of the norm happens, creative people go inward and explore their resources to turn things around and put them to imaginative use. As we claim our creative power and embrace a new experience, we're open to the future that awaits us beyond the known, beyond certainty, beyond what has already been dreamed before. So for a lot of us, it's not meant for us to know everything that's going to happen in the future, right? I can tell you, in the place that I am in my life right now, if God told me what I was going to be in for these last couple years, I would have been like, oh, heck no, I'm out. Nope, I'm done. Not doing it. No way. Because, for me personally, in the last couple years, I've gone through some dark night stuff, some really, really challenging experiences, as has most of the collective. So I feel like this is a reminder to look within yourself for love. You're separating from codependency. Validation that because you have somebody in your life, you're important and you matter. It's really important for you to understand and know that with or without people in your life, you matter and you're important and you have gifts on this planet. And I can tell you all three of these readings have been like the same vibe. So you can go back to the other two and listen to them, and I'm sure you'll get more messages. It's incredible how I have three different piles and the messages are all the same. So I'm telling you, friends, the divine has a message. They have a mission. They need you to see what you're doing that's hindering and limiting your flow and your process. It says this oracle brings you a message of divine guidance. It says you have been created with a power beyond that which you can imagine. It says you possess a creative potential so vast and wondrous it cannot be measured by any known standards. Again, like your power is way beyond the 3D world. It's way beyond the house, the cars, the fancy job, and again, it's all good stuff, right? It's all fun, but when we are defining our partner or ourselves based on what we have in the 3D, we're totally out of alignment. And no matter what type of beautiful people are in your life, you're still going to feel empty and unfulfilled. It says, know you are something more than you have been taught to believe, and that there is a higher energy available to you. It's time for you to realize the inherent power which lies dormant in you. And as you do that, as you individualize, as you get to know the essence of who you are in 2020, in February 2020, or whenever you're guided to watch, as these messages are intended to be timeless, when you are defining who you are without the friends, the family, the children, the partner, the marriage, when you can define who you are, right? You can call in a vibrational match. And a lot of you are still evolving. You're still shifting. You're still growing. So for those of you in pile 3 who chose this pile and you're single, know that you're single for a reason. The energy's messy out there, and the universe is saying, bring it back to the self and trust that the divine is operating through you, that you have this creative force. It's also saying that you have the power to call in a higher love. And so I want to speak to that part that says you are lovable and you are worthy and deserving of a healthy soul tribe, a healthy soul group. But you really got to know the essence of who you are. Steve Harvey talks about this all the time. I love his books. I love what he puts out there about relationships, and he's a man who really had to do a lot of inner work to become the man he is today, to become the husband and father that he is today. He himself admits to not living up to his potential for many years in partnerships and not being the man and being in his full potential. And he always says how we're so quick to jump into partnerships, that we're so quick to leave partnerships, right? And it's just messy right now. So some of you, if you're in partnerships too, and you're looking at your partner and they're not enough and they're not achieving, or they're not where you wanted to be, the universe is saying, hey, now pull back. Look within yourself, because that person in your life is a reflection of you in some way. And that's just food for your soul. That's not to be critical. That's not to beat yourself up. That's not to shame yourself. But that's like, hey, we got to take a hard look at what we're creating here. Whew. And so, romance angels, romantic feelings. This is your feelings are real and worth exploring. So if you have a desire for love, the universe is saying, don't discount that. Don't discount loving love. Like I'm telling you, friends, I say this all the time. I love love. I get excited when new love is happening. I get so excited when people are having babies, and I even enjoy like seeing people going through challenges in their relationships and how they overcome it. It's just, my life is, I observe in a lot of ways, and I learn from my observations. And, when you look inside yourself and you feel like, but Gladys, I want to experience a higher love. I want to feel, I want romance. I want this in my life. You may have to express that to your partner, right? You may have to face that you may or may not be with a person who is a vibrational match to that. But you can certainly work on it, and it just starts with going within. You got to know what you want before you can express it, before you can call it in. And I feel like the romance angels here are saying that your romantic feelings and wanting love is valid and real, and don't discount it. Don't put it off. Don't suppress it. Don't hide it. And, just keep escaping love. Love is powerful. There's a lot of divine love that's coming. And so there's so many people that are coming together, and it's purging their stuff. Like their shadow stuff is coming up. And so when you come in alignment with that higher love, some people will call it twin flame, soulmate energy, but when you come in with higher love, it is incredible. It is out of this world. It's exciting. It's overwhelming. And what it can do is it can trigger your insecurities, your fears, your heartache, your betrayal. And so you guys might be feeling this energy, knowing how powerful you are. This stuff is coming up. Don't suppress it. Feel it in your body. Feel scared. Feel confused. Feel unsure of yourself. Feel all your feelings, right? Examine what is causing you to feel this way. Maybe you're feeling this way because you're getting romantic feelings about somebody or something, and maybe you're in a marriage, or maybe you're in a partnership and you're getting a crush on somebody else. The universe is saying, that person, that third party is coming into your life, not for you to jump ship, not for you to cheat and all this stuff, but it's showing you something that's missing in your life, right? But it's something that you've got to fill within yourself first, or you'll always be chasing your tail. And the other romance, release your ex. So the time has come to clear your energy. So some of you may still be holding on to what was, especially with feminine energies. Now I'm not a masculine, so I can't speak for the masculine, but I know feminine energies, we can totally get too far ahead of ourselves. On that first date, we're already married and having babies with the person, so being mindful of staying present. And so going back to, especially when you're in this energy of singledom, going back to like what was can be very depressing. Going back and getting stuck in the past of all the things that you should or shouldn't have done, or like time that went by, that energy is going to do you no good. Remember, you have this force operating within you, and you needed those experiences in order to know more of what it is that you do want. So release your ex. So again, I want to speak to the spiritual part is Steve Nobel. And I'll put a link in under pile 3. The Steve Nobel has a meditation about energetic imprints and clearing out narcissism. So I'll put those 2 videos out. And so what people don't understand is that anytime you're intimate with somebody, your energies are intertwining. I know this is a part of it, is why in religions they say, don't be with somebody, don't sleep with somebody before marriage. And in a very high vibrating spiritual way, it's because you're energetically creating soul ties, attachments, and intertwining energy. And especially for feminine energies, it emotionally connects you. Even though you may think, oh no, I'm good, it comes out at some point. That void gets deeper and deeper. And so some of you may need to clear. You may not be still in love with your ex, but some of you may need to energetically clear the imprints that have been intertwined from partnerships of the past. And then there's the narcissist part. Remember, those who are attracting narcissistic people in their life, it's because we have a pattern of being a critic and a bully and beating ourselves up, right? So that self flagellation, I believe the word is, being super critical of yourself. You've got this inner part of you that is just drawing, and this insecure part of you that's drawing it in the external world. So some of you may need to clear energetic imprints and soul ties from people who abused you. Maybe it was your father, maybe it was a family member, maybe it was I don't know. There's so many forms of abuse. It could be physical, emotional, mental, spiritual abuse in religions. I feel like this is speaking to some of you that your romantic feelings are real and valid, and you need to go in and do some energetic imprint clearing, theta healing. I do integrated energy therapy, IET. That can help release. If you want to come in and work on that with somebody, but you can certainly do it through meditations. And so some of you, that's the message that's coming up. You have energetic imprints of energy that's still on you that you need to clear. So the crystal angels, emerald, ceremonies and celebrations. Yep, it's time. It's a time of important life passages such as weddings, birthdays, graduations, and anniversaries. So the emerald energy, I want to speak to the emerald energy here. This is the energy of healing. I see Raphael, Archangel Raphael in this card. Raphael is the angel of healing. He's the angel of miracles. And so when we talk about clearing the imprints here, I feel not so much the message here, but more the emerald energy of healing, especially as we talk about these energy imprints that are on you, in you, connected to you, soul ties from old soul groups, are concealing your power. And when you get romantic feelings about somebody else, maybe outside your partnership, or maybe you have a crush on somebody who is married or in a partnership, that's coming up for a reason, because it's showing you there's a vibration there. It may not be that specific person, but there's a vibration that you're craving. There's a vibrational match, right? And vice versa. You're teaching and showing them something that they don't know, or maybe that it's a void within them. And so I always recommend you got to resolve what you have before you jump into something else. Now you're just creating messy energy, and it's distorted, and then you get lost, right, in the 3D world. So I feel like for this, the angels are saying, like, as weddings, birthdays, graduations, anniversaries, this is like family energy. There needs to be some healing here first before that stuff comes in. And the other one is citrine. It says unnecessary worries. Release the burden of worries by giving them to God and healing and solutions. This is the Holy Spirit energy, divine feminine, goddess energy. It is receptivity, it's magnetism, it's intuition, it's insight. So I feel like, those of you who chose look within yourself, you're getting lost in that 3D world and what the world wants, and the not enough program. And so in this meditation, in this healing work, release unnecessary worries to the Holy Spirit, the divine feminine. Wow. And then finally, the last message, you are limitless. It says, recognize this truth. You can do anything you choose to do, right? And that's about concealed power. So if you want to bring partnership into your life, if you want to bring higher love and life purpose and all those beautiful energies into your life, know that you are limitless and you can do anything. The universe is saying, we need you to know how powerful you are. We need you to know and understand how your own loving light vibration is a gift to the planet, right? And so you really got to access what God wants for you to create and put out into the world. And then you magnetize that partner and you have incredible power couples, right? This is what we want in the world. Now, power couples have been, it's not a new concept. It's been for eons. We're now starting to see more empower couples in the world, couples working together, couples doing inner work, healing, growing, making money, creating. And it is exciting. It is incredible. But remember, those people, it's like the king and queen energy, right? For centuries, there's this power in the king and queen and the high priestess and the emperor and the empress energy. There's been this vibration, and this is where we're moving towards. This is what we're bringing back, the father energy on the planet. We're clearing out the fatherless children vibration. When you had an absent father in your life for a feminine, it's like you have a program of needing to seek external approval. If you're a masculine who didn't have a father, you seek admiration, right? It's like you need like admiration in your life. So you look to the material, the cars, the houses, the clothes, right? So if you're a masculine, you resonate masculine, and you didn't have a good relationship with your father, an absent father, it's like you're calling in energies that are going to fluff you up, that are going to tell you how great you are, right? But you'll never feel fulfilled. And then so those who are resonating with feminine, who resonate with feminine energy, if you had an absent father in your life, you are now looking for safety and protection. You're looking for somebody to take care of you. And again, this is all unconscious. Maybe you're unaware of it. And so what happens is you attract each other, right? But your core wound is the absent father or the parents that could not meet your emotional needs. So when you can, as a feminine, provide and protect yourself and feel stable and secure, if you're a masculine, if you can continue to work on your own worth and value and your own self-esteem, that you are whole and complete exactly as you are, you're going to stop calling in the opposite energy for masculines that just want you for your money. And then feminines, you are going to stop calling in or attracting the masculines who give you an illusion of protection and safety, and they're abusing you and they're just taking advantage and cheating and all this yucky stuff. We really have to shift this vibration on the planet, and we do it by, again, remembering you're limitless, that you are your divine partner is already here, and you're both working together on a soul level to clear out the planet and come together and create children, where you can financially support them, and you can meet their emotional needs, and you can nourish their spiritual needs, right? So, and that just takes time. Wow, I feel like I'm preaching here. These readings did not go how I thought they would go, but I know it was what was needed. Definitely know it was what was needed. So for those of you who chose pile 3, thank you so much for watching. If you want to stay to the end, I'm going to close space. I know your time is valuable. I appreciate you spending time with me. If this resonated with you or you felt it, give me a like or subscribe to the channel, because there'll be so much more assistance and support coming through this channel for the Earth Angel Collective. Or if you know somebody who can resonate, please share this with them. All right, thank you for watching, and I send you love with heavenly hugs. Okay. So I would just like to close space by thanking all your guardian angels and guides, the archangels, the ascended masters, God, source, creator of the universe, and all his holy beings of light that assisted, especially the romance angels, Goddess Guinevere, Kuan Yin, Mother Mary, that high vibrational, higher love that assisted. And I'm going to ask that any healing that was started continue for as long as it needs to be done in mind, body, spirit, and emotions in all ways. And so it is. And those are your messages. All right, friends, thank you so much for watching. If you're interested in knowing more about me and what I do, my services, it's all in the description box below. If you're interested in the cards that I use, that's there too. And again, thank you so much for watching. I love you so, so much. God loves you even more so. Trust in the divine, trust your intuition, and I send you love with heavenly hugs. Bye for now.